this is kind of funny. So this was a game that I used to play a long time ago when it first came out, which was only just a year ago, actually, pretty much. And they're already announcing the end of the support for the game. Now, I actively played this game only for like the first like 1 or 2 months it came out, and then I kind of just got like fed up with everything. I remember making a review for this game on my channel like a while ago and just talking about the criticisms I had with it. But now it really seems like that the game's pretty much dead, which is pretty much surprising. They're announcing this end of the service. They have all this stuff like thank you for your continued support. It's shocking to see. Unfortunately, we have determined that it is no longer possible for us to provide a service that satisfies our players. Now, this is just my opinion, but they definitely screwed up the game's launch heavily. And I mean very heavily. They screwed this up really bad. Because first off, I tried to get like a friend to play this game once, and he couldn't really get into it, and there was a lot of issues like performance issues and all that. And in my opinion, after a while, I got bored with the game, and I just started like noticing. Ooh, thunder outside. I started noticing the flaws with the game a lot more, and now it seems like all the flaws that the game has had has finally caught up to it. It has finally caught up to it. I really wonder how the people of Copium are dealing with this right now. But it's super shocking though to see that this game actually didn't really like last an entire year. I do know the end of service is in November. So it's at least like 1 month after its original like release date, which was I know it was back in September because I remember playing it a lot back then. And I just realized that the game is ending service now. It's just ending service. To be honest, this is just my opinion, they really screwed up the launch. First off, the balance was kind of an issue. Balance of the game was definitely an issue, and I remember bringing that up one time in my review. Second, I think it was the capital gain. They didn't allow you to earn capital during your matches and everything like that. So that was also an issue, I believe, when the game first came out that I criticized. And honestly, the game just felt more like a money grab than an actual I don't know, full-blown game. And it seems like it turns out that, well, they kind of screwed themselves over. Now, it looks like they are doing changes to increase the amount of capital you earn during each game, which, it seems pretty good. But, like, back when I played, you couldn't even earn it. And now it's like, I don't know, the game crashed so hard, especially during the early days. I think it went from like 55,000 all the way down to 300. But yeah, it's really shocking to see how much it's really shocking to see how bad the player base has dropped. Because I do know it went from like 55,000, and now like the average player base from last time I checked, it was like 500 players online. I was honestly expecting it to last a bit longer than a year. I didn't actually think it would end with like they would announce the end of it like within this year. It really is a little bit disappointing. Again, in my opinion, I don't personally really care because like I stopped playing the game. I just got fed up with it, and honestly, I do really feel like that this is just kind of all Bandai's fault. Like, to be honest, like they really just screwed up. They really just screwed up. And honestly, I'm not even surprised that the game personally is just shutting down this early. I'm really not surprised. They kind of brought this on themselves. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about this real quick.